Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a while since I made a video. Just wanted to check in, see how everybody's doing, and just do a quick update on how things are going here in the garage. Now, the Bronco, the lift is done, the suspension's done, all the fluids are done, the brakes are done. That took a bit longer than expected, trying to flush the brakes, and I ran into some problems, ended up having to run some new brake lines. But that's all working, and amazingly enough, this beast does fit out of that garage door, just barely. I did get it out, drive it around, see how things are handling. Unfortunately, it is freezing cold. It's been freezing cold here, so it's hard to drive that around. I did get it out. It was a little bit dark, but I did get some video of it. It was dark, so I'm not sure how well that showed up. It's going to show up, but if it looks decent, I'll go ahead and insert that here. So yeah, it fits just barely. I mean, I had to push up on the thing as it was going through to get it through there, but it does come out of the garage. So you either just came back from seeing the Bronco getting out of the garage, or maybe not because it's too dark and you couldn't see anything and I didn't put it in there. But yeah, so I didn't get this all put together before it started getting freezing cold, so probably not going to get much driving out of it, unfortunately, but still have plenty of work to do on it. So while it's cold, I mean, as you can tell, there is still a ton of rust on this thing that needs to be dealt with. But before I even got into any of that, I wanted to be done with all fluids, all everything. I can get everything cleaned up before I start grinding and cutting and welding and everything in here. Putting in those foam insulation panels on the door. Not sure what else I'm going to do to insulate in here, but I'm kind of kicking myself because I had a drywall lift that I had from when I was redoing the entire house that I sold recently, and well, I should have put some drywall up on the ceiling before I did that. But anyway, yeah, so just lots of little things going on. Haven't been able to really dig into things here. Been working inside the house. It's an old over 100 years old house. We bought and been fixing it up. And most of this stuff is done. But the last of the things to do is the basement. So I do have some stuff down there that I need to get out and put out here in the garage to store it until we're all done. Having a company come out, do complete mold remediation. There is a little bit in there, not bad. It's not black mold or anything, but get that taken care of. They're going to completely encapsulate the entire basement, but I still have a bunch of crap in there that I got to get out into the garage, so they could do their thing down there, get everything waterproofed, get everything encapsulated and cleaned up. So then I'll actually be able to move some of the stuff that's out here back into the basement and clear up some more room in here. I mean, it is technically a two-car garage, but I never had more than one car in here because I like to have some room to be able to work, and I always have way too many parts in here that I do need to start selling. I need to get these wheels cleaned up and put up for sale. I have a whole bunch of other just random parts that I could probably sell that I should get listed and sell. These boxes, these are just the insulation for the doors. Then the last thing really to update you guys on is the tracker. Finally did get the lift kit in for the tracker. That took way too long, but of course now I have the Bronco here in the way. which is going to be probably in here most of the winter. Hopefully you can get this all done up and then get the tracker in here and get this lifted before springtime. Then we'll have two things to take out to the trails and beat up on. And then also with the tracker, did finally get the title and registration done on that. And I don't think I explained what happened, but I bought that, and I bought it in Illinois, which is the next state over. Got it home. I didn't take it to the DMV right away. I brought it in the garage, started tearing things apart. Then I went over to the DMV to get it registered, and well, they said, oh, you can't register it right because since it's out of state, you have to bring the car with you so we can do a VIN check on it and verify things. It's like, oh, well, it's in the garage torn apart, so I can't bring it. So, a couple months went by. Finally, got the car back to where it was drivable, drove it over to the DMV with title in hand. They said, oh, you need a bill since it's from out of state, you also need a bill of sale. Would have been nice to have known that when they also told me that I had to bring the car. So chased down the guy that I bought it from, managed to get a bill of sale, had the bill of sale in hand, had the title in hand, had the car in hand, went to the DMV, and well, the guy I bought it from never registered it in his name. So he had signed the title, but never registered it. So the title wasn't in his name, so he couldn't transfer it to me. So then I tried to get a hold of him, said, you need to title this in your name first, and then you could sign it over to me. At this point, he became unresponsive. I thought I was totally screwed and not going to be able to get a title for this thing. Managed to hunt down the original owner that sold it to the guy I bought it from. Found there's old paperwork in the car, and on the title had their old name, their address, which had changed. But I managed to hunt them down, find them on Facebook, and message them. And I thought for sure this person was not going to message me back, but it was a last-ditch effort. And sure enough, she did. Awesome, super awesome lady. So thankful for her because she went ahead. It got a new title issued in her name since it was still under her name, and to get rid of his signature. Then went through that, got a new title sent to her, and then met up with me, and then we signed the title over from her to me. She signed the bill of sale and got everything taken care of. And so now I do finally have the registration. So about 4 months after the first time I was able to take the tracker to the DMV to get it registered, which is now about, 7 months? It can't be that long. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's been a while since we got the tracker, and then we finally just now got the plates and the official registration for it, and I also got the title for it. So happy about all of that. Looking forward to taking care of some of this rust. I really wanted to, get all the suspension and all the fluids and everything taken care of, and have a chance to drive it around a bit and see how the suspension works out. But it's gotten cold really quick, so I don't know that I'm going to. Definitely does need an alignment. I tried to line it up as best as I could with putting everything back together, and I was definitely way off. I could tell from the drive that I did, but we'll get it aligned, and I'll go ahead, start taking care of some of this rust, and then by the time it warms up, we should have something ready for the trails, hopefully. So anyway, just a short video, kind of give you guys an update on what's going on, what I've been up to. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and was kind of missing out on it. So I will be, once I get everything straightened out with this basement and get the guys working in there, I'll have some more time, and I'll start working on the Bronco and on the F150. I haven't forgotten about that. That currently has an issue as well. Ford has a problem with door handles freezing. Last winter had the problem. They had a recall that said, hey, if your doors are freezing, bring it in. So I did that, took it in. They took care of everything. It was only the front passenger door that was having an issue, but they applied the fix to all 4 doors. Everything should have been great. Soon as the first freeze that we got here, got up in the morning, was trying to take the kids to school. My daughter was trying to close the door. Door opens, but just once you try to close it, it just doesn't latch. So couldn't get her door closed. Finally, once it warms up a bit, door works, everything's fine. Then, everything warmed up again for a few days. Then a couple more mornings later, door froze up again. Not only did her door, which was the one that always had problems before, have an issue, but the rear passenger door on the driver's side started having that problem too. So I do have an appointment, take that in to the Ford dealership. They do have another notice saying, hey, the fix that we did may not have worked. So, if you're having that problem. So they are taking care of that for me. Hopefully this time it fixes it, because it's very frustrating when it's freezing outside and you have your kids and you're trying to get them to school and you can't get the door to close. So hopefully that's the only problem we have with the Ford here this winter, but we will see. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.